Hello everyone, the Hart Critic is back, and this time with my top 10 albums of 2013. And I think it's been a really good year for music, with most of the bands really managing to deliver. So before we start the list, I'd just like to point out a few honourable mentions which I think are still worth listening to. And they are Brief Nocturnes and Dreamless Sleep by Spock's Beard, Coal by Leprous, Altered State by Tesseract, and the Terror Tapes by Gamma Bomb. All really good and solid albums in their own right and definitely worth checking out. I also have to mention one of my favourite songs from this year, and that is Megitsune by Baby Metal. It's a mix of J-pop and metal and it's just wonderful. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description, but also I'm going to leave a link to a song from every album that I mention today as well, or I'll try to anyway. But anyway, let's get on with the top 10. And at number 10 we have Tales from the Kingdom of Fife by Gloryhammer. Founded by Ailstorm member Chris Bowers, this is a deliberate, over-the-top power metal album that delivers really well done, cheesy power metal goodness. It's really fun to listen to, and it's my number 10. At number 9 we have Raise the Curtain by Oliver. This is a solo album by John Oliver, known for Sabotage and John Oliver's Pain, and contains the last of the material written by his brother Chris Oliver, who died in the 90s, for people who don't know. It's packed with great riffs and that usual Oliver charm that I always love, and it's a really solid outing indeed. And if you're into John Oliver's other stuff, like Sabotage, then you're sure to enjoy this album. At number 8 we have Avantasia, The Mystery of Time. The Tobias Sammet Ensemble project returns, with some great guest vocal work from the likes of Michael Kiske, Biff Byford, Ronnie Atkins and many others. It's more orchestral and bombastic than before, but it delivers some really solid symphonic power metal, and it's my number 8. At number 7 we have Dream Theater's self-titled albums. Now, Dream Theater are known to be one of my favourite bands, and although they may not be as ambitious as before, this album still delivers that uber solid prog metal that we know them for, including producing another great epic in the form of the 22-minute Illumination Theory. Real good stuff all around. At number 6 we have Downfall by Aeon Zen, a great prog metal album that was originally meant to be released in 2012. But got pushed back to March of this year, and man was it worth the wait. Great vocals, technical prowess, and even blending in a few different elements, including dabbling with death growls, and even a hint of Devin Townsend here and there. Overall, this is just a great prog album, and it's my number 6. Top 5 now, and to kick it off we have, at number 5, The Dream Calls for Blood by Death Angel. Another one of my favourite bands. These guys always manage to deliver their own unique blend of thrash, and this album is no different. Packing a thrash metal punch to your face, these veterans never fail to impress. Building on the sound that started on 2004's Art of Dying, this band just keeps getting better and better, which is why Dreams Call for Blood is my number 5. This brings us swiftly to number 4. Skull by Evil. These Brit thrashers serve a solid overdose of pure thrash and show why they are, in my opinion, one of the best thrash metal bands of this generation. Sticking with the same successful sound that they had on Five Serpents' Teeth, we are presented with 9 tracks of pure great thrash, with only one minor track not managing to stack up as well. Either way, it's an album that I always find myself coming back to many of its songs. It's just a great album overall. So at number 3 we have The Theory of Everything by Ayreon. The acclaimed Arjen Lucassen project returns once again with a double disc album. This is almost 90 minutes of consistent prog goodness, with its great lineup of vocalists and its infusion of folk, synth, classic prog and metal. Arjen Lucassen proves again that he can do no wrong. It may not be the best Ayreon album, but it is still damn good, and is my number 3. At number 2 we have The Mountain by Haken, probably the most ambitious album on this list. This is Haken's third and best album to date. An amalgamation of depth, technicality and genuine creativity. It's pure prog greatness and I can't wait to see what they do next. Definitely check them out if you're a prog fan, as these are well on their way to becoming one of the best prog bands today. So finally we reach number 1. And that, my friends, is Curse and Chapter by Hell. These veterans arrive a second time with their over-the-top theatre-infused heavy metal, and man is it great. I actually had the pleasure of watching this band at Bloodstock in August this year. They played on Saturday afternoon. It was a 40-minute set and they absolutely stole the weekend. And let me tell you, man, there were some great bands that weekend as well. They have just been on a roll, and this is just a great second album. That mix of that great metal guitar work and that wonderful wacky vocals of David Bowers to give it that unique edge. From top to bottom, it's just pure mad metal goodness. And for a band that took so long to finally get their breakthrough, I am so glad that they are here now. Curse and Chapter, Album of the Year. So that's it for now. I look forward to seeing what Music 2014 will bring. I should have a top 10 film video out next week. It's going to be a little late only because I'm actually off to a screening of 12 Years to Slave on Monday. Other than that, I'm the Hart Critic and this has been my heartfelt opinion. I shall see you next time.